So what's going on? As you see, the title says nothing. It's pretty much says it all. No reason to be doing this ever. Really, never really do I have a reason to be doing this, but nothing else going on, and I gotta try. I gotta at least try, right? I don't even want to try anymore, though. This is the worst year I've had on YouTube in a long time. And I don't like, I'd like to be one of these YouTubers that blames the system, but really it's just me. Outside of the fish recaps. I don't. Hey, what's up, Dan Z? Dan Z, I appreciate you and others that always watch. Well, I should say I appreciate you. I'm not going to say I appreciate everybody that always watches because there's some people that always watch that I don't even want watching, and that's been part of the problem. What's up, Ninja Cat Matt? But nothing you can really do about that, I suppose. Guess I should have tried harder, made it like more clear. Like this isn't for you. This was like supposed to be something that was mine and was supposed to be fun. But, yeah, I know you're mostly here for cashew, let's be honest. You had better ALPR. I'm not sure what that means. You better Alper? What time of year is that, King of Cleveland, where we're worried about draft picks? Or what do you mean it's that time of year again? The holiday season? Holidays kind of suck, right? I'm not a kid anymore. I'm not really an adult either. I'm somewhere in between. I'm just in that kind of loser range of life. Not really a kid, never became. Oh, okay. Yes, that makes sense. Although, I hate these stupid fucking playoffs. It's just kind of ruined. I would much rather, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but it's just like it doesn't really mean as much. Like, obviously, we want to beat them. But it really doesn't matter. Now they're talking about making the playoffs like 24 teams. Well, hell, it just doesn't matter as much. Like, obviously, I still want to win and for Ohio State to go undefeated and all that good stuff. But the truth is, it just doesn't matter. Like, hey, if we lose, all of this is for nothing. Like, it all just goes down. I just felt like that made the game way more intense. Like the years when we beat them and ruined their whole season in just one afternoon, that was a great. And the other way, like the sick feeling of having your season ruined in a way is good. It's better than the game not mattering. I don't know. Maybe that's the trend we're headed towards. Everybody talks about AI, AI, AI. Maybe the new trend is nothing matters, except for whoever's involved. ABC and Fox, I guess they'll make an extra $1 billion if they add 8 more teams to the playoffs. You know. Yeah, I mean, I thought when there was 4 teams, that was plenty. Most years, there's not even 4 teams, really. Every now and then, there'd be like, there is that third and fourth team that had an argument. So then they went to 4 teams, and somehow that wasn't good enough. People still had an argument. You're telling me the number 24 team, I think I looked last night, it was Georgia Tech. You think they belong in the argument with like Texas A&M and Ohio State right now? They don't. They don't at all. I mean, some years Iowa might make the playoffs if we allow 24 teams in. You think Iowa should be anywhere near the college football playoffs? I don't. I think they are consistently the 4th best team in the Big Ten, and good for them. And if they ever fire that coach of theirs, it's going to get a lot worse. So Iowa, you should just do whatever you got to do to keep that guy, Kirk Ferentz. I'm sure Fish fans really care about this, but it used to be a big week, though, King of Cleveland. I agree. But as you noticed, it's Tuesday, and I was like, what do you mean exactly? I don't know. Hey, I was happy Shador played good. I don't really like it doesn't have to be him, anybody. I just want a good quarterback on the Browns. I don't care who it is. I was happy when it was Joe Flacco a few years ago playing well. Derek Anderson one time. I don't care who the quarterback is. I just want somebody good. And I'm not real sold on Shador yet. He made one hell of a play Sunday. I don't know if that anoints him a future Super Bowl MVP or not, making one good throw. And he had one horrible throw. But overall, I've definitely seen rookies play worse in their debuts for the Browns. Did you guys listen to, hey, what's up, Russell? Did you guys by any chance listen to Trey on that recovery podcast? It was mostly all about recovery and, just not I'm not like shitting on that or something. I'm actually very proud of him, and I don't probably say that enough. I'm always on here making fun of him, really. taking shots at Fish and Trey and his songs, but you know, it's pretty admirable that he has gotten sober. You know, he was in a really bad spot. Most people that get that far, they never make it out. So it's very admirable what he's done for sure. No doubt about it. But I'm proud of him. I'm very ecstatic. You know, it seemed like back in '04 he wasn't going to be with us much longer. So very happy that he is sober. But it was the interesting parts were when they did dabble a little bit into the music and Fish, like he was talking about New Year's Eve. And just recently, they totally just scrapped their entire plan for New Year's Eve. He said the whole thing just kind of imploded, and now he has a new idea. Um, I kind of think he will, Russell. Yeah, I kind of think he will. I hate to see it on like, it was nice to see him actually have a great game and they won. Hey, what's up, Petey? Hadn't seen you in a while, man. Hope you're doing well. We're going to be doing the Beacon shows this weekend if you guys want to keep your eyes open for that. Trey streaming the Beacon shows. What's up, Spud? I'll be recapping them, doing some whiteboards. Channel member SE has requested the whiteboards. So if you've ever wanted to see Mozambique in a live again, written down, this will be your chance. Shows are all very similar. You know, I think thanks to the people that watched. Hey, what's up, Buffalo Bacon? I think what did I do? The Iowa show and the Cincinnati show. I had multiple people asking me about the Mission Ballroom, but once the shows just start stacking up, it's kind of hard to go back. I fall behind. And then there's just not enough difference. You know, I'm not complaining, not saying, hey, all these shows are the same, but I don't really think I need to listen to and recap every single Trey show. Now, the Beacon shows will be a little something special. I think they're even bringing the strings back, I hear. The Rescue Squad, I think they were called. You know, I missed a lot of the 2020 Beacon streams. Unfortunately, I was like back at work. I think they were like during the week or something. I just somehow missed all the original Beacon streams live. Nice, Dancy. Well, it doesn't stop you going. Yeah, they are, right? But I mean, that's okay. Then somebody, like I a commenter doesn't like that they're playing so many Fish songs, but you know, the first time around I tried to be nice and be like, well, you know, people want to hear Fish songs. What's the problem? But the truth is, Trey wants to sell tickets, you know. Mozambique ain't filling up these venues. You know, I'm back in my day, Trey used to cancel tours because of poor ticket sales, you know, so he had to start playing some Fish songs. Yeah, I'm psyched for those too. And I know, like, I like the Trey songs. I feel like I could go see Trey and see a night full of Trey songs, but I don't really know. You know, I don't know if everybody's that way or not. I think people want to see, yeah, they played Sightless Escape recently, right? Trey's band. I know Fish crushed it one time when they played. Definitely, they said there's going to be the strings are going to be added. I don't remember how big the Rescue Squad strings was. I don't know, was it like a full orchestra of them? I don't really remember, but yeah, supposedly they're supposed to be there. Now, other special guests, I don't know about that. I'm not sure. Not sure. Um, Dude, the guy asked Trey, do you think sobriety has become your personality? And Trey was like, no, I don't think so. I do sometimes wonder. Obviously, I don't know the guy at all. I don't know anything about Trey outside of what I see on webcasts and the occasional podcast he does, you know? Uh-oh. Did I just see Chris Ballard? I was just thinking about you the other day, man. I saw the Colts red. Like, wow, look at this. Otter Creek still wants him fired, or I see you still do. You're like, all right, sure, they got a winning record. Sure, they might make the playoffs, but they can't beat any good teams. I know. I kind of know what you're saying, though. It's probably how Iowa football fans feel. They're like, yeah, sure, we finish 8-4 every year, and sure, we finish fourth in the Big Ten. But when are we going to beat Ohio State or Penn State or Michigan or Oregon or SC? You know, we never beat these top teams. It feels like maybe that's where the Colts are. I think I saw my boy Ogletree got a touchdown yesterday, Sunday, whatever day it was. You guys got a hell of a running back. I'd like to have him. Go Eagles. What the hell happened to the Eagles, man? Screwed up my parlay. The hell? That was my most confident leg, too. The other guy that Trey was with said he was afraid that it was, but I mean, he has a whole. I think he has like a newsletter and a podcast, and just like his, it does seem like a lot of his profession also, and he works with other people helping them stay sober. So that guy's whole life seems to be not only him being sober, but then also helping others and his career. At least Trey has the career playing music. He said he gets up at like 5 a.m. That's how he gets his dopamine hits. He wakes up at 5 a.m. and writes songs. I'm going to suggest maybe wait until like 7 p.m. to write a song or two. You keep doing your thing at 5 a.m. That's fine. But, try to see what happens at 7 p.m. Maybe like write a song after unexpected bad traffic or something. You know what I mean? Just get up at 5 a.m., have coffee, and write another fucking Evolve, man. Come on. Love is what we are. Was it you are or we are? Love is what we are. I keep playing that song. That stops me from listening. In fact, the other night they played it right after Night Speaks to a Woman. I felt personally attacked there. Hey, what's going on? Isle of or let's forget your name. What's that say? Silas Van Dellen? Oh, Silas. You change your name, Cashy? Check it out. That's how I read names. What's that say? I use this thing a lot. I don't need glasses. Why would I get glasses? I don't need glasses. So that's what I wrote down about the podcast, that he writes his songs at 5 a.m. Oh, you're right. I don't like giving up 2 first-round picks for Gardner. I don't know. We'll see. And I don't know if Daniel Jones is a star. And while Taylor's great, I don't think, he's not going to last forever. Just look at Saquon Barkley. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving to you and your people as well. Hope you have a great week and holidays overall. Not the biggest fan of Thanksgiving week, but whatever. It's something, at least the year's almost over. Oh, really? Well, he was just saying the other day, whatever they had planned for New Year's Eve, they totally had to scrap it, and now he's got a new idea. So, also another thing he said, he did not, apparently Trey was like not aware of the internet in 03 and 04. Like all the backlash that he got and all the people that were mad at him in 04, like he didn't know. He claimed he didn't understand how all that was happening. He didn't understand the internet. Just surprising to me, seeing how the internet was a big part of their thing, even into the 90s. Definitely. I don't know. I just don't understand how he didn't understand the internet. Like, I'm not sure. I think he probably saw that video of that lady cussing him out from like New Jersey or something. Yeah, Ninja Cat Matt. Not a bad call. I could never convince my family to do that. I mean, that's at a certain point, probably when it's just like siblings involved, like parents, I think probably keep the Thanksgiving thing going. Once it's just like us, me and the siblings and all that, I don't imagine we'll be getting together for Thanksgiving. I don't know. Oh, then he talked about his warm up. He was on Corey Wong's podcast as well. There's a clip of that here on YouTube. Trey talks about his warm up routine. And he doesn't really use is it a metronome? Is that what it is you guitar players are into? He said he likes to warm up to music, and then he had this specific album and a couple of songs. He also mentioned like some reggae in there in the warm-ups, and I'm like, oh, so that's what's up with these horrible reggae-ish kind of songs we get. They're just warm-up songs. Love is What We Are is a warm-up song. He tried to play that at a Fish concert. Not over here. We usually just go to my mom's or something. Definitely can't have people over here in this little ass house. Hey, what's up? What's up, Paul? Okay, King's Hawaiian. Those King's Hawaiian rolls have had like sort of a they've like found this niche in pop culture somehow over the last few years. I've sort of noticed like they've always been there and they're okay. Got a little sweetness to them. But I just feel like all of a sudden they like find their way onto cooking shows and then like into jokes. And I think like Shaquille O'Neal was talking about them one night or something. Now you're adding them to Thanksgiving. I just feel like they've kind of found a place. You know what I mean? Like candy corn on Halloween. Oh, that's awful though. Yeah, I don't mind them. You know, they've always just kind of been they're out there. You know, you see them a lot of places. They seem to have good shelf placement. You know, I have noticed that about these Hawaiian Kings. Good shelf placement's important. They're all just rolls. They're all chips. It's all soda. You know, that's not all soda. I take that back. Pepsi is the king. Uh oh. His warm up routine sounds like it takes 4 hours. Well, you got those 65-year-old fingers. Maybe it does. Bread. It's good. You like candy corn too? I don't know. I don't love it, but I will eat it. We ended up with a little bit at Halloween, and I was like, oh, great, candy corn. Then I did eat it. I don't think Fish has ever done a show on Thanksgiving. Now, I know in '03 they did that holiday run, which I went to one of the shows, talked about it many times before, drove all the way to Philadelphia. I think it was on Black Friday, and it was a horrible show. A live stream about nothing. Well, we have talked a little bit about Trey. Nothing was just supposed to represent my year. I think I started out being like, I've had a horrible year on YouTube. Not that I'm ever like one of those channels that grows, or whatever. I don't know. I guess usually at the beginning, if you go from like January to December each year, I guess I have a few more subs than the previous year, but I don't know. Some channels just continuously grow and grow and grow and grow, and the person moves on. I'm just sort of here. I'm fine with it, though. Don't get me wrong. I don't want this to be like a woe is me, but it was just a reality. I had a horrible year on YouTube. And I don't know. I'll try to get better in 2026. I'll try to be more active, but I don't know. It's just not as fun as it used to be. Yep, that's true. Got more fan. Yeah, that's true. I did. I figured I picked up a fan for life in you. I'm like, if that guy ever turns his back on me, I'm in real trouble. That's why I'm so nice to fans when I meet them. I'm like, well, at least I got a fan for life in that guy, I think. Although there's probably some people I've met, they're like, I hate that guy. Regret ever taking a selfie with that idiot. Thanks. I know, yeah. Those are still fun. Don't get me wrong. When I said it's not as fun anymore, when Fish is on tour, it's still really fun. It is, for sure. The day that stops becoming fun, damn, dude, what's wrong with me? And I think it must certainly help that the shows have been good. Like if they were just pumping out mediocre shows over the last couple of years, I don't know. But yeah, the fact that, I guess my only complaint would be that they just have these standard set of songs that are just never going to go away and are going to continue to be in heavy rotation. But then I just could have like two different arguments with myself there, because I'm once a guy that was like, they should just pick like 40 songs and stick to them and just have killer shows night after night. Well, they're almost there. They've got more than 40 songs, obviously. But, the theme from the Bottoms and Wolfman's Brother and Blaze On and those type of songs that are just constantly there, usually pretty good. Hey, what's up? Jammin' Music Man, what's happening? Long time subscriber. Never got a selfie with Jammin' Music Man, but he was here long before even Fish fans. Hey, man, glad to see you're still around. And I never see your channel anymore. Do you still make some YouTubes here and there? I apologize if you do. YouTube doesn't do a real good job of showing you the stuff you're subscribed to. I know, but I don't know. Just seems like if I watch one video on Neptune, man, it's like space videos endlessly. But if I watch a Jammin' Music Man video, it's not really the case. And then I know like sometimes, occasionally, like a regular viewer of mine will like miss a video. And it's like, like that person watches all my videos. How am I not just like stuffed right on their front page? Feels like I should be, I don't know. They won't give up on this Disco Biscuits, man. They keep trying to get me to watch some Disco Biscuits. That's been showing up on my front page the last couple of days. Been watching this stuff. This guy, Steve Ranella, finally went to Africa to do some hunting. And there's been all these other little like side pieces along with the episodes. Like a lot of the guys that work over there maybe were like former poachers. And it was like, hey, do you want to go to prison or do you want to work and learn how to be a guide and like all this good stuff? And obviously, most of the time they choose. I know it is weird, right? Jamin Music Man. I know Spud, a viewer of mine, he occasionally he's like he gets them and then he doesn't get them. I don't know what they're playing. Same thing with comments. Like they always want to. They're dabbling with something in the comments. Like their latest thing is they're trying to present to you your most relevant comments, but who gets to decide that? It seems to me what they consider a relevant comment is somebody that has a question or just somebody that's just like saying something really nice. Just fine. I see what they're trying to do there. They don't want people getting run off by a bunch of haters. Hey, what's up, Forbin? Dogs in a pile are climbing. Static. I haven't checked out like Humphreys or Mo or any of those like kind of that sort of what is that second or third generation jam bands. I know Dogs in a Pile and Mo certainly aren't from the same generation. That like whole Mo generation of jam bands I don't check out too much. It really has, James. It's really changed a lot, right? Like it used to be a place where like a guy making a video about a CD that he just bought, or in my case, what the hell I was talking about back then, putting Kiss dolls in an oven. That used to be the thing, right? I mean, it was called YouTube, like you. No, it's not called CBS Tube or, okay, the Disco Biscuits, the Meat Eater Network, Podcast Network. That's what I got. Some Joe Burrow. Looks like I got some Bengal shorts. Got some, I don't know what that is. It looks like some UFC stuff. But of course, it's like backstage shenanigans. Got an interview there. Most unbelievable tracking footage, A&E. At least that's a normal person. The other day, though, there for a while, there was like every time I was on YouTube, like over to the right, the suggested videos, there would always be like some video with 7 views or like a live stream with one person watching. And I would always just check them out. I'd be like, well, I would want people to give me a shot. Like I'm streaming right now with 21 people. I would like for somebody to be like, hey, what's this guy doing? I don't really care about the guy that's got 42,000 people watching him. And he certainly doesn't care about me. I don't know. They say got some dramedy. Like, why would dramedy be something I could click on? I feel like that is nothing. Okay, Better Call Saul. I did watch some Better Call Saul videos recently. Prog rock. Hell yeah, dude. That's like they have all these little words I can tap on, click on, tap on. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. They're prog rock, dude. Hollywood Nights by Goose. No. Goose doing some Bob Seger? Who's next? The full album. Wildlife. Solo. What's this mean? What's solo? Solo what? Why can't I click on solo? We talking solo guitar? Jazz musician reacts to Tool sober. Bore that Disco Biscuits again. Why You Never Miss a Sunday Show. Widespread Panic. Billy Strings on Colbert. That Goose Hollywood Nights again. In Memory of the Great Jimmy Cliff by the Dave Matthews Band. All right, well, I don't know. I don't see how any of that is solo. Anything. I don't think I have seen Woo Woo Girl. Ah, cool. Yeah, Cashy, I try. I'm not like sometimes when I just have the chat up here on my phone, I'm not that good. I do better if I have it over here. Let's see it a little better. Yeah, Jim, I think I'm the same way. Even when I'm listening to the shows, it's normally like an hour and a half in. I'm like, all right, I'm kind of good. I like the I like the 3 hour shows where they incorporate a little bit of everything. That's my favorite. Oh wow, you just saw Panic for the first time, huh? When I saw them live, I thought it was really good. They came to my town. One time I saw them at a festival, it was really good, and then another time they were just like coming right through town. So Hey, what's up, Matt? We were kind of talking back at the beginning of the video. Like, I totally did. Like, guy was like, it's that time. Like, he was excited for the week. And I was like, well, what's going on? What is it? I just feel like these playoffs have kind of ruined this week a little bit. Obviously, it's still a big game and we still want to win, but it's just not the same as like our entire season could get ruined in 3 hours. And same thing for them, you know. Not that we wouldn't be ruining their seasons. They're kind of just an average team. We're gonna keep them out of the Grismer Bowl or something. You think Ween will come back? I think Ween might officially be done this time. That South Park concert they might have done. I kind of nod because I have a poster up there. I didn't even go. I just bought the poster. I'm one of those guys. Bought a concert poster to something I didn't even go to. But yeah, Trey Parker, Matt Stone, Primus, and Ween. Hey, there we go, Urban. Good. Well, Urban, it's about nothing. We are talking about Trey and college football and YouTube in general. But it's interesting, as I was just saying, like occasionally I get recommended a really small stream from a small channel, and I'll click on it. I'll give the guy a shot. And then old Herb shows up and he's like, what the hell is this? What's going on? Why is this on my homepage? Don't get so offended. They'll throw a little guy a bone. They'll be like, hey, check this guy out. But you're probably watching Herb if you're even still there. I didn't reply to your comment within 30 seconds, so you might have been like, what the hell is this? Why am I talking to this guy? You saw Paul McCartney. Whoa. Had to, not to be nosy, but was that an expensive ticket? I feel like my dad saw him several years ago, maybe a decade ago or something, and he still talks about how much he paid for the ticket. Cool, Herb. Um, yeah, I don't know. But my dad was also from an era where he could see like the Rolling Stones for $9 or something. Ohio. I'm in Ohio. Well, you saw Dean Ween open for Claypool, huh? Was that with Lennon? Yes, yes. Oh, cool. Yeah, but a lot of people told me that Claypool Lennon thing was good. I never really got into it though. Yeah, that sounds about right. 350 in the nosebleeds. But like you said, it's kind of a bucket list for you, so you know, it's worth it. Right? I'm guessing, you know. Good. It's not even like you're going to see Paul McCartney to get this, like, I don't know, maybe he does still put on a hell of a show. I think he plays a long show, right? I think my dad might have commented he played a long show. At least try to give you your money's worth. Uh-oh, what's happening? Where'd he go? Ah, Toronto. Cool. Good deal. Appreciate you. Occasionally, Canada comes up on this channel. The band Fish plays the song Loving Cup. A long story that you're not really going to understand, but I was at a Fish show one time, and this guy from Canada told me that that's the song he was chasing. Like, he goes to Fish shows to see them play Loving Cup. But that's a Rolling Stones song. So I've kind of always made fun of Canadian Fish fans for chasing cover songs. You know, a lot of us, we go to Fish songs hoping to hear our favorite Fish song. This guy went to Fish hoping to hear them play the Rolling Stones. Quite an interesting fella from Canada. Nice. He was a good, he was a really nice guy. I just wanted to make fun of him for wanting Loving Cup. He gone. What is all that, Matt? Boy, let's see. Let me try to. Oh, okay. Now I just like, what are you talking? What is all these emojis, Matt? Now I get it. Oh no, you almost had a meltdown on shrooms at Giz. That's more Canadian than Canada itself. I love it. Yeah, you know, mostly Silas. It's just me, just harmless fun. Like I was saying earlier, I make fun of Trey a lot in these silly songs that he writes now, but I'm really proud of him for being sober, and I'm happy that he's sober. We all should be, So it's kind of the same thing. If you really like rock and roll, which is another cover song, it's fine. I mean, it's better than some songs that are Fish songs. Yeah, no, you're right. It does feel like I know there are certain bands that they have never ever touched, and it feels like, yeah, you mean to tell me there hasn't been a reason to play a single Steely Dan song? They found a reason to play Kiss one time. There was a guy dressed up as Gene Simmons in the crowd, if I'm not mistaken. So, and they're never going to play New York Groove. I always credit Ace Frehley for New York Groove, but technically it's not even an Ace Frehley song. Some other guy wrote it. hmm. Rick Emmett, huh? I don't know if I'm familiar with Rick Emmett. Oh, Triumph singer. Okay, I'm glad you said that because I'm like, I don't know if I'm familiar with him. I like the album has grown on me, but something about the song I just don't like. No, the lyrically okay, but it's just something about maybe I'm just a jerk, but all this like happy sounding stuff, I'm just like bleh, bleh. I would much rather I don't know, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't make me a jerk, but sometimes I feel like a jerk for not really embracing the happy sounding stuff. Like every now and then I'm somewhere on the internet and everybody is just so like ass kissy and nice. And I'm like, what is this? This is not the world I know. This seems like a bunch of insincere nonsense. You people aren't this nice. I've been out there. It's not a friendly place, you know. That's why I'm on here. I just sometimes I don't know. I just feel like it's like, well, what do you want? You want to go back to the days where it's just a complete, just a free for all, like the Wild West on the internet, and just everybody name calling and saying awful things. Well, no, I don't want to go back to that. I just wish everybody would be sincere. You know, I try my best. I'm not even the most sincere. I try to be, but there's times when either I hold back or I stretch the truth, or I avoid. Like even today in a comment, a guy was trying to be nice about like why Trey probably plays Fish songs. But the truth is, he plays Fish songs because he wants to sell tickets. He wants the Trey band to continue. And Mozambique ain't filling up these venues, okay? He's going to be playing these. He's going to be playing bars again if he just stuck to Trey songs, in my opinion. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Fish fans would prove me wrong, but I don't think so. I think all those Fish songs is why he's able to do not that these venues are huge or anything, but like I mentioned earlier, like in the past he did mostly play Trey songs, and at one point he canceled a tour because of poor ticket sales. Mix in a Ghost and a MoMA dance, boom, all of a sudden you're selling out the Brady. I don't know. I do think there's something to that though, right? Guys in my fantasy league still get a group text. I finally stopped my losing streak. I hate that sport. It's not a sport, game, whatever it is. I kind of hate the whole sport of football, really, pro. Um, I started out 5-0, and then I lost 6 in a row. And then I finally won again Sunday. Get me back to 500, but officially eliminated from the playoffs. Really injuries, kind of my fault. I drafted Garrett Wilson. I want to believe in Garrett Wilson because he was so good at Ohio State, but he's fragile. He's little. He gets hurt a lot. It happened again this year. Then Brian Thomas for Jacksonville. I got to be honest. I'm not real sure who the hell Brian Thomas even is, but I was like, he's pretty good last year. Maybe he'll be even better this year. That was not the case. The rookie running back from San Diego got hurt, or LA, I guess it is, the LA Chargers, Las Vegas Chargers. I don't know. Just had a lot of bad luck this year. They drafted Baker Mayfield. I just didn't feel good about that from the start. He's had an okay year. Um, Soul Shakedown parties. Does Fish do any other BM? I don't know. Um, I think they have. I feel like they have. And then also every time they play Farmhouse, I feel like I hear Bob Marley. But I don't know. I think I know they have. I feel like there's another Bob Marley song that at some point I did like a request for a channel member, and there was a Bob Marley song, some show in the 90s. Yes, you're right. That, in fact, I benched him this week because I heard that he was injured, and I'm like, oh, I know how that guy is. He's going to try to play through the injury, and it's going to affect him. That was the problem in Cleveland. He got hurt, and then he kept insisting that he could play, but it was obvious he was not. I don't know, man. He just wasn't fully healthy, and over a four-quarter game, it would show, and it led to a lot of losing, and eventually it led to him being ousted. But it just seemed like that was also somebody in Cleveland needed to just be an adult and be like, Baker, you're not yourself, all right? I know you're healthy enough to play, but you're not healthy enough to help us win, all right? Sit on the bench, get healthy. You're our starter the moment you're ready. But nobody could do that. They just let him play injured, and they lost a lot. And they traded for Deshaun. Oh, I see Deshaun back on the sidelines. My original prediction was he was going to start the final two games of the year and do well and then sign an extension to stay in Cleveland, but I don't know. I think since then the owner has been like, no, he's not. It's over. Oh, Hampton 2009. Is that what you're saying, Silas? Every now and then I just jump back into the Oh, I don't know who did Night Nurse originally. You're right. That was something they played recently, right? Let's see. Oh, no. That's Gregory Isaacs, it looks like. I would never have pulled that one. Gregory Isaacs. Should I guess where the back button is? Can't see it over there. My damn lamp in the way. Lamping. All right, people. I feel a little better. The beginning of this, I just was like, man, I don't know. I want to make a YouTube video. I'm still somewhat addicted to this. My very first fish recap. At the end of the recap, well, at the very end, I said boom. But somewhere in there, I was like, I'm addicted to YouTube, man. I was drunk as a skunk, my first recap. That was fun. I don't get drunk anymore. I should. Make this all cool again. All right. So, anyways, I will look that up. Lou Reed wrote Cool It Down. He sure did. Hey, what's up, Weekapog Phil? Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. October 3rd, 99. Yeah, I'm gonna. I know, this is what it's all took. I just needed to get on here and go for a little bit. But yeah, unfortunately, everybody's going to see the beginning, and I'm going to have to hear about that. But oh well. I cheered up by the end. Boom. And yeah, sometimes I have this like mentality where I'm like, wow, I'm really lucky to have like a little small community because, like I said, it kind of sucks out there. I don't have a ton of friends. Most of my friends live far away now. Just got the cats and Mary. They're not a lot of fun. All right, guys, boom. I'm out of here. Love you. I'm happy Trey sober. Check out that podcast. I think the title of the episode was The Wind Blows High. Might have been something about the bow, the tiny bow or something. But I'm sure if you just type in Trey Anastasio podcast on YouTube, you'll find it. And AJ was the host's name. It was pretty good, really. And if you're a sober person, then that's cool. Not me. I've still got a lot of drugs to do. All right, we're out of here. Love you guys.